On Sunday, England face Spain in our second successive Euros final. Our first Euros final on foreign soil, and this time it just feels different. After the devastation of penalties in 2021, Gareth Southgate has, against all the odds, rejuvenated his England side and have reached the peak of destiny once again. With more experience and undeniable quality in the squad, we have evolved into a winning team. Our opponents, Spain, the best team in the competition so far. There's no doubt about that. Electrifying skill coupled with a robust defence. Their wildcard, 16-year-old Lamine Yamal, he has certainly caught the headlines. 58 years of hurt. It never stopped us dreaming. Our time is now. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. You join me for the match preview for the big game, England versus Spain. Somehow, some way, we have made our way to the Euros final. I've got no idea how, but we're going to take it nevertheless. I've got some fantastic guests joining me. Mike is here. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, not too bad at all.
Good stuff. And Cohen and his dad are joining us as well. How are we, boys?
I'm all right, yeah.
Well, good, Tom.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, Mike, a little update before we get into things. They're still here. I haven't eaten them all yet. They're still here.
Yeah.
No, but they've gone down considerably when I haven't been here today. So somebody's been eating them. All right. And also, had a little trip to Morrison's earlier. And we've got some squashies as well, which I won't be sharing with you, Mike.
Pass them on.
Right, let's get into it then. Mike, big game, obviously. Second successive Euros final. I don't know, it just feels a bit different this time. It feels there's just we're a winning team.
For once, yeah, we scraped through. We know that we've been lucky, but this time we will be, I think, the underdogs, and it might suit us. It might really suit us, and against a team that's, they're gonna play. They're gonna open up and play. Don't get me wrong; it'll be difficult. We mentioned it. The two wide men, that's how they play. They seem to get the ball in midfield and get it out to them as quickly as possible. So we've got to try and kill that. But I think the way of doing it is to attack. I think we got to be brave, and we got to get our fullbacks forward because we've got to turn them around the other way. And if we want to win this is a one-off, and we'll never get a better chance. Honestly, well, we've said that before, haven't we? In the games gone by, in the Croatian game, in the Italian game, and whatever. But yeah, I think they just got to go for it.
For sure. Cohen, are you feeling the nerves yet or not? We are entering the weekend, of course. The game is until the very latter end of the weekend. How are you feeling?
Nervous. Obviously, it's Jamal's birthday tomorrow, so let's hope that he gets the drinks, which probably won't, because he'll still have to do his homework. But, like Mike said, you've just got to be attacking. We've got to produce what we can do. Southgate's got to line us up like how we did against the Netherlands, but just a little bit stronger. We just need to go out there and do all of it. Just do what we can do. Yeah. Play. We know how England can play. We've seen it happen in the last World Cup, the last Euros. Obviously, we were different class until we got cheated out in that final. But we just have to play like how we can play. We're England. We're supposed to be favourites, and we're just not showing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've been here before, John. We know that. This is a time where players have to stand up, and players that potentially haven't stood up so far in the competition need to. Spain are a good side. They're the favourites. We are the underdogs, but you never know, do you?
No, definitely not. I mean, I think touching on what Mike was saying earlier, I don't know, for me, like, the pressure seems to be a bit off this time compared to 2021. Obviously, I think it sort of helps the final not being over here as well. Yeah. I think everything like that. And everything's been made a massive thing over here about that we've underperformed, things like that. But every country's pretty much, apart from Spain, every country's pretty much saying the same thing about their own team out there, really. But look, we're there. It's a one-off game. I still, as much as Spain have been good, I still don't think they've been properly tested yet. And I do think that there's bits in there which, and the way they play may well suit us. I actually think it could be a really good final, to be fair as well.
I hope it is. I really do. And, Mike, you've got to look at this here and say we are the underdogs. We know that. And Spain have been a very good side. But I think John's right in the sense of France tested them to an extent, but France haven't been very good. I mean, we haven't been very good. We know that. But France weren't fantastic the other night. Let's not say, let's not sit here and say France were absolutely amazing. They weren't. And no team has been out of this world in this competition so far. So it's no surprise that a team like us has got to the final playing substandard football. They've been a better side, and on paper they win, but it's not played on paper, is it, Mike? What's it played on?
Yeah, it's played on that green stuff, mate. And at the end of the day, I mean, yes, they've been good. They've looked good. They've played some poor sides, and yeah, they've had a couple of good wins. But I'll tell you what, I think the balance of our team is so much better when we go to the three at the back, because it just proves that Foden and Bellingham got in their positions they wanted to. They both had that little bit of freedom to get in those pockets. And if you think back to the cup final, Man United against Man City, Mainu caused Rodri all sorts of problems. He did. He got in those. He ran at him and he got in those little pockets. And I hope honestly, he won't be looking forward to it. He won't want him again because he's got energy. He's got great movement. I think he's really good. I mean, I go back to when West Ham, we played him at home, and I thought he was really good. I know he gave the ball away and Kudus scored that day, but it didn't make any difference to him. He just got into his game. He carried on, and I really like the guy. I think he is, believe it or not, he's the X factor to make Bellingham and Foden do their job.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do. And I think, okay, Rice, he should sit in there and hold. That's another big part of it as well. But I think we can do him in midfield. I really do.
I think we can. Yeah, I mean, we spoke about Rice before the game the other night, and I didn't think he was too much better. Obviously, he gave away the ball for the goal quite softly, which, I mean, have we ever seen him do that before? I don't think so. But look, in the midfield, I thought it was better the other night. I'm going to be honest. I thought Mainu brought some legs and energy to it that perhaps wasn't there. And I think the key was Foden. And you could tell there was a shift there because Foden was coming to get the ball. Before he was hiding away, and he was coming to get the ball, and there was movement in midfield, and there was 2 or 3 players that were demanding the ball at the same time. We haven't had that in games before. It's been lackluster. It's been slow. It's been predictable. We had that element of get it and go in the semi-final against the Netherlands, Cohen, and that's what we need. We need to be a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more unpredictable to try and get in behind this Spain defence.
I mean, we have such good attack. Our midfield is different class. Like Mike said, I really like Mainu. I think he's really good. Even when even if he makes one mistake in the match, he'll keep going, and then he'll do good the rest of the match. Obviously, Bellingham, he's just him. He does what he can, but he's a bit greedy, and I think that he needs to play the ball a bit quicker. Even though he's like that player that can go past people, play the ball off, go past people, and do what he can, but he just needs to play that ball off just an inch quicker. Obviously, Foden was. I think he wasn't out of this world, but I thought he was good against Netherlands. Obviously, he had that shot they at the post of the top corner. So I think we should match the Spain. But yeah.
Let's hope so. I mean, it's just magic how the intensity improves, and it was shown through Foden perfectly as well. We looked like we were looking to go forward a bit more, and Foden was coming back into midfield and picking up and going forward. The intensity overall improved drastically against the Netherlands, John, and that's what we need to replicate again.
Yeah, no, definitely. First half, I thought Phil Foden was unplayable. First half, I mean, he was just like unreal. But I think the one thing of what this tournament has shown us is that whilst it's still a team game, it's more of a squad game now, because if anybody had said at half time that you were going to take Phil Foden off and bring Cole, like I don't think nobody would have done that at half time. But now it shows you that taking off Foden, who was unplayable in that first half, taking off your record top goal scorer, and you've got two players who come on and link up straight away. That's the thing, and that's another part of where I think that we can go on and win this, especially if the game does go longer, if it does go into extra time, with the maximum of 6 subs, where you can pretty much change over half of your outfield players. I think that we've got the damage and strength and depth to really push that game on as well.
For sure. Let's see who's joining us in the chat. Good evening to everyone. Fathead, I hope you are well. Peter, Fathead says Southgate to do a Moyes and win a trophy to save his job. Well, I hope whatever happens at the end of the tournament, he either ends on a high or ends on another disappointing final loss. But I think he'll stay. I think the FA are comfortable, and he does what the FA wants. He smiles and waves, and I think he'll probably he'll stay on. Who doesn't finish Pringles in one session? We've got to make them last. You know, can't eat all that in one session. Come on, yeah, times are hard. I mean, come on, I'm not made of money. You know, Mike knows that. Is it coming out?
150.
150 they were, yeah. That's quite a lot of money, that is, in my world. That's quite a lot of money, yeah. Is it coming home? Let's hope so. Go nick Jake's Pringles. I don't think so. Well, somebody's been nicking my Pringles today when I've been out. Oh, what the hell's up in there? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, mate, don't worry. Don't panic.
I don't know what's going on here. It booted me off the other night. God knows what you and Gary were talking about when it booted me off. Mike, the other night. I don't know what's going on here. I think the laptop's going up the Swanee, but that means I have to pay for that mic as well. Crikey.
Say Pringles.
Yeah, I won't be buying no Pringles or squashies if I've got to buy a new laptop.
Right up, bank open.
Honestly. It's only coming home if Spain eats some dodgy lasagna gate. We'll have a bit of that, yeah, or paella gate, as they like over there. 3 lions on the shirt, absolutely, Steve. Hope you are. That's joining us. Let's just scroll down. Can you get paella flavored Pringles? I don't know. Paprika. You get paprika. That's as close as you're going to get, isn't it? Cyber, thanks for joining us. Hope you're well. Mbappe says, Fathead, most overrated player in world football, wouldn't get into our side ahead of Antonio. Nobody under Moyes would get into our side ahead of Antonio. Oh dear. I think Rodri will boss that Muller Rice bloke. Yeah, probably. Good evening, Andy. I hope you are well. Rice has 100% regressed since he's moved. It's much better as the big fish in a small pond rather than the regular fish in a big pond. I like that analogy, but it's quite difficult to articulate out loud. But very good, yeah. I think he's just underwhelmed me a little bit from what I've been used to. Lone Star all ready for the Spanish Inquisition Sunday. Peter says England win on Sunday or West Ham win a trophy next season. Now, what I'm going for every time is the latter. Absolutely, yeah. I'd rather West Ham win. I'd rather West Ham win the FA Cup next year than we win on Sunday. But
yeah,
I'd rather win us the Egg Cup than England win that.
I would rather us win the. I'd say Papa John's Cup if we were in League One.
What about the Betway Cup? Would you rather win the Betway Cup against Celta Vigo next week? Or Brilliant. To be fair, the stadium's going to be pretty empty, Mike. Are you going? Are you boycotting or are you going?
I'm not going.
Neither am I.
I'm not going.
No, there's been a very widespread boycott of that game. So it'll be interesting to see how many people actually turn up. Right then, Lone Star says Phone really wanted it at first off. He did, and he was much better. He was much better. Will he go with the same lineup? I should think so. I'll be surprised if he changes anything.
Go
on, John.
My only thing was going to be, I think, obviously Shaw coming on at half time could be the only one. But my only thing with it is, it just makes me wonder, because where they play with Lamau, who cuts in on his left-hand side, Trippier from a defensive point of view might.
Right foot,
Southgate might look at that in like a better way, obviously being right-footed. But again, for me, I think that's potentially like the only change of what might happen.
Yeah, I think he might stick with Trippier, looking in the long run of putting Shaw on, like similar to what he did in the semi-final. Look, it's up to them to see how fit he is. We don't know. We don't see him. We won't see him in training tomorrow and see how fit he is. Whether they deem him fit enough or not, it's a risk to put him in from the start of a Euros final when he hasn't started a game since February. It's a risk. Don't get me wrong, but it's a risk that he might be prepared to take. I don't know. If he's 90% of the way there, or if he's fit enough, do you take the risk, Mike, or not?
I would, but I understand what John's saying about it, because he does cut inside, and being a right-footed left back, he should be better if he comes inside on his natural right foot to defend him. So I can understand that bit, but I also think that we got to turn it around the other way, and we got to go and attack them, and we got more chance of getting forward, naturally getting forward and going out wide with Shaw playing at left back, because Trippier. The problem is, it's not his fault. He goes down the line and he's got to come back inside again on his right foot. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably risk him. I think he's shown enough in the last couple of games where I'd probably put him in, actually.
Yeah. It's a decision. But Cohen, do you think that's the only real dilemma Southgate faces in terms of left back? Do you think he'll be tempted by any other changes?
Not really. I think he should do the same what he did last match and bring Shaw on at half time, because I thought that was quite a good change. Also, for me, Kane's looking like he's a defender. Literally, he's dropping back further than I'd say Mainu and Rice. He should be up there. Foden should be on the ball, cutting into his left foot, whipping it, because we know that he can. Saka should be getting the ball, going down the line. Say he should be drilling it in, 6-yard box. Defender could hit it in, we could hit it in, and it's just the next second, it's just going to go in the back of the net. But that left back thing, he should kind of like keep Yamal off his right foot, because we all know that he has a wonder strike on him, even though he's a 17-year-old.
I mean, he's been brilliant. It's caught the headlines, that is, for sure. Let's take some more of your comments. He is an FA yes man. Gareth Southgate is. There's no doubt about that one. In this economy, you can't be eating all the Pringles in one go. You can't be exactly. You can't be doing it. You can't. You can't. Larry, thanks for joining us. Hope you are well. It's all about England on Sunday. Absolutely. Where did I get up to here? Faz, is anyone actually going to watch the game on ITV? And to be fair, I don't mind Mark Putash. He's all right. Matterface and Dixon, they were awful on Wednesday. Thank God it's on the BBC. Yeah, I'll be watching it on the BBC if I've got any say towards it, because I quite like Guy Mowbray and Alan Shearer. I think they're better. It is a bit regrettable that I've got to switch over away from Ali McCoist, because I love Ali McCoist on commentary. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
But I can't stand Dixon and Matterface. They just get on my nerves. So Mowbray and Shearer it'll be, presuming that's the pairing that will be on the BBC. It'll be interesting to see what the viewership was like, and what it would have been if it would have been Clive Tildesley and Ali McCoist on ITV. Then it may have been a little bit more balanced, but I think it'll be one way or the other. Mike, are you going to be BBCing or ITVing?
Probably BBC, mate, because I get fed up with the adverts and that. I mean, I might go down to cricket club and watch it. So whatever they got it on, mate, I might.
Fair enough. Shaw really does need to start, says Sharky. Both channels have awful commentators. You need to get Jay. I'll tell you what, I don't think I could handle it, to be honest. The pressure of doing that. I mean, if they want it, give me a call. If Sam Matterface gets ill, then they can give me a call. But I think they'll have a few more up above. If they're ringing me, then they really are in trouble. But
Jake, you're the best.
Thank you. The pressure of doing that and not cocking it up would be monumental. So I respect them in that sense. Larry says England need the same pace as they had in the first half against Netherlands. If any of the boys get tired, they need to use that bench. We've sat and we slagged off the changes and the substitutions or lack of them through the entirety of this tournament, but he was reactive, he was proactive, not reactive the other night. He made the change at half time. Yes, maybe he left the attacking changes a little bit late, but in the end, as John said earlier, the two changes linked up for the goal. He took Kane off again, which I didn't expect him to do, and it paid off. It got us to the final, and who knows, if he wouldn't have made those changes, maybe we'd be back on our plane home now. So yeah, who knows? It's all interesting. Mike, you'll have to have a commentary on this. Brian Moore was the best commentator. He's a bit before my time.
Brian Moore, yeah, tops, yeah. I think he always liked West Ham a little well, to be honest.
Did he?
I think he had a little bit of a soft spot for West Ham, but yeah.
Very good. Very good. A brave manager would start Watkins and save Kane for possible penalties. A brave manager would put the two of them up there together, because I don't think anyone would drop Kane straight off the bat from the start of the final. I mean, that would be bold to say the least. But a bold and brave manager would say Watkins and Kane up front together. And do you know what, Ollie? You're going to go up there, mate. Maybe drop one from midfield and go maybe 3-5-2 or something. Pack that midfield, try and win that battle in there. Maybe that's the option, because it incorporates the back three as well. But I think we all know he's probably not going to do it. Lone Star says, for me, the game is about the wingers, their wingers and ours. We need to have an influential impact. And when we get the ball, we need to do something with it. That is for sure. Right, we'll go on to some predictions then. I'm going to go first, because otherwise I get properly stitched up. And I'm going to go for 1-1 after extra time, and England win 5-3 on penalties.
Yeah, let's do my prediction.
And my heart rate is going to be through the roof, and that's why I'm not doing a watch along, because I may say a few words that only Mike can say, and that will be very naughty. Very naughty. Mike, were you going 1-1 after extra time? Probably not.
No, I'm going 2-1 again, mate.
2-1. What, in the 90?
Yeah, in the 90. 2-1 in the 90. Yeah.
Who's going to score?
Cohen?
I'm going 0-0. Dead on. Extra time. 0-0.
Oh, God.
Penalties.
0-0.
1-0.
Yeah.
Let me have a think. 5-4 England.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, if you know that's going to happen, I'll turn the TV on about 10:30 and just watch the shootout.
Give me a fiver.
John, what are you going for?
I'm going 2-2.
Oh, Desmond.
Where did that come from?
And then England 3-2 in extra time. I'm going for that we've been boring as hell all the way through this, and then we're going to save it up for one last 120 minutes. That's it. Bowen comes on in the 119th minute, runs through. It'll be like Fiorentina all over again.
Yeah.
It's all for grabs now.
That's it. No, but I did see that thing yesterday. Obviously, the last time England won a competition. The year before. Obviously, West Ham won a European competition as well. So I never know.
Jake, I have a question. Who won the World Cup in 1966?
I think it was was it West Ham? I mean, one of the London.
It was West Ham.
It was West Ham. It was West Ham, absolutely. And Colby Maynard's played it through, and Bowen's in. It's up for grabs. No, England have done it. Gareth Southgate's on the pitch.
Gareth Southgate running down the line, just like Moyes did.
No. He's going to do what Moyes did when Lanzini scored that screamer.
that nearly finished him off.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally. I picked up a big chuck roast to smoke for the match, so Larry's prepared. He's ready to go. Peter says, Jake, tweet a big bowl of jelly deals if England win. I'll eat a big pot of Pringles if you like.
Don't get me near that.
I'll eat a big pot of Pringles, but I ain't touching them things, that's for sure. Shearer is a great analyst. Shearer was brilliant when we were utter crap at the start of, because you tell he just wanted to really swear his art out, but he just couldn't. He was getting so angry, it was quite amusing. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? I might watch Sky Sports News where they get a former player on there to explain what's happening. that's behind a paywall when you can watch the actual game for free on terrestrial television. Do you know, that's a great idea, that is, to watch Sky Sports News where they'll have like Jamie O'Hara on there or something explaining it. Oh no, he'll be with Cundy on the
TalkSport watch along
TalkSport sofa, looking
Yeah.
like idiots. Yeah. What a load of plunkers. Right, anyway, let's finish these comments off. Andy says, I may be Scottish, but I genuinely want England to win. Thank you very much. Scotland, celebrate getting there, then celebrate doing nothing. Fatty says, Jake, you were great on comms. That game did live. I did the playoff final live, didn't I? But that game didn't really mean much to me, to be honest. This game has got some rather more increased implications for all of us. Steve doesn't like Shearer or Ferdinand. ITV for me. To be fair, yeah, Roy Keane and Neville. If they had Neville on commentary, I might watch it, because Neville on commentary is always a joy.
Yeah, to be fair, like, that's the only good thing about ITV, isn't it? The Keane, Wright, and Neville thing is quite.
Yeah.
I mean, that bit's quite good.
Yeah. So maybe I'll watch the build up on ITV and then watch the game on the BBC. So you're gonna mix them both, mix and match. Oh dear. Right. Desmond, England win on penalties. Breaking news: Djokovic is through to the final. If you remotely are bothered about tennis, not me, but you know. Web floats your boat, Peter, I suppose. 3-1 to the Paella. As always, optimistic, Peter. Always optimistic. Bit of reverse psychology once again. 2-2, 10-9 on penalties. Jordan Pickford. Go on. Jordan Pickford steps up. Oh, hello.
I have one more prediction. What's your prediction?
Hey?
Oh,
Go
don't
away.
say that.
Go away.
You say
What did he say? It all froze.
It froze. I didn't.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it froze as well, didn't it?
no, he said 3-1 Spain.
Oh,
It's with Peter. He's been spreading to with Peter. Oh dear.
Yeah.
So now we can go to bed with no dinner now.
Yeah, Sky Sports will have some ex-Spurs player on there. Absolutely. Don't forget West Ham. Friendly game was live on YouTube on Monday. I'll be washing my hair on Monday. I don't think I'll have time to watch that, to be honest. Right, there we go. We'll wrap things up there. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm going to join you for a special Sunday morning show. I'm going to have to get out of bed a little bit earlier than I normally do on Sunday for that one. I'll join you at 10:30 on Sunday for a morning show to sense the feelings and emotions. I'll then join you just before kick-off, an hour before, to dissect the team lineups. Does Shaw start? Does Shaw not? And then we'll do our hopefully live instant match reaction afterwards, where I'm going to be live. I'm going to be here with Mike, and we're going to have Keir Starmer on the telly announcing a public bank holiday for the Monday, and I'm going to meet Mike in the pub. Come on, England, for the final time, for the final preview. Thanks for everybody who's watched the England previews. It's filled some time, hasn't it? And Mike and Cohen and John, you've been here for most of them, so thank you very much for your input as well. And some final thoughts before we go.
No, I just hope that, we leave nothing in the change rooms. Just give it everything.
Absolutely. And Cohen, give me one come on England. And I learned from last time I'm going to do this. So ready, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, England!
Yeah, and that's still at my ear. So apologies, anybody watching who had headphones in, but I did warn you. There we go. And just go and apologise to the neighbours as well, Cohen, whilst you're at it. Thank you very much, John. Any final thoughts?
No, just good luck, everyone, and try and take some calming pills on Sunday, maybe. Do you know what I mean? So I think we could be in for a bit of a roller coaster ride. I think of emotions.
Absolutely, a roller coaster of emotions, that is for sure. 58 years of hurt. It never stopped us dreaming. Mike's been alive for all 58 of them. I haven't, but
And a lot more.
And a lot more. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to West Ham Official if you're new. Until the next one, this is it. It's the final. Is it coming home? I flip it hope so. We will see you soon. 3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Come on, England. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Come on, England!
See you later, guys.
Cheers, boys.